Below, I provide detailed answers to selected questions from the South African Matric English Home Language P2 November 2024 exam paper, focusing on a representative sample from each section, poetry, novel, and drama, to demonstrate how to approach the questions. Due to the extensive nature of the paper, I'll answer one question from each section, ensuring a balance between essay and contextual questions, as per the instructions. I'll aim for clarity, conciseness, and relevance, adhering to the mark allocations and word count guidelines. Section A, Poetry. Question 1, Essay Question, Fernhill. Question: Childhood is a time of innocence, joy, and wonder, but sadly, it does not last. With close reference to diction, imagery, and tone, critically discuss the above statement in relation to this extract from Fernhill. 250 to 300 words, 10 marks. Answer. In Dylan Thomas's Fernhill, the speaker reflects on the fleeting nature of childhood, characterized by innocence, joy, and wonder, yet overshadowed by the inevitable passage of time. The diction, imagery, and tone in the extract vividly capture this transient state, affirming the statement that childhood, though blissful, is ephemeral. The diction evokes a sense of youthful exuberance and vitality. Words like young and easy, happy, green, and golden, lines 1, 2, 5, 14, create a vibrant, carefree atmosphere, emphasizing the innocence and joy of childhood. The repetition of green and golden underscores the speaker's idyllic perception of youth, where he is Prince of the Apple Towns, line 6, suggesting a regal, untainted authority over his world. However, the diction shifts in the final stanza with phrases like "It time held me green and dying," line 26, introducing a somber note that highlights the inevitable loss of innocence. Imagery enhances this contrast between joy and transience. Vivid images like apple boughs, lilting house, and rivers of the windfall light, lines 1, 2, 9, paint a pastoral, almost magical scene of childhood wonder, where nature and the speaker are in harmony. Conversely, the imagery of the farm forever fled and a childless land, line 24, evokes loss and desolation, signaling the end of this idyllic phase as time encroaches. The tone transitions from nostalgic exuberance to melancholic reflection. Initially, the tone is celebratory, as seen in the speaker's singing "As the Farm Was Home," line 11. However, it becomes mournful in lines like "Oh, as I was young and easy in the mercy of his means," line 25, where the speaker laments the relentless grip of time. Thus, through evocative diction, contrasting imagery, and a shifting tone, Thomas captures the fleeting joy of childhood, underscoring its inevitable end as time claims innocence. Word count, 297. Section B, Novel. Question 9, Life of Pi, contextual question. Answers. 9.1 Place the extract in context. 2 marks, asterisk asterisk. Extract C occurs early in Life of Pi, in chapter 37, after the ship Tsimtsum sinks, leaving Pi stranded on a lifeboat with Richard Parker, a Bengal tiger. This moment captures Pi's initial shock and despair at the loss of his family and the reality of his perilous situation. 9.2 referred to lines 6 to 7, Vishnu preserve me, Allah protect me, Christ save me. Account for Pi's reference to these 3 religious figures. 2 marks, asterisk asterisk. Pi's reference to Vishnu, Allah, and Christ reflects his pluralistic faith, embracing Hinduism, Islam, and Christianity. In this moment of crisis, he invokes these deities to seek divine protection and comfort, highlighting his reliance on spirituality to cope with his overwhelming grief and fear. 9.3 referred to lines 2 to 3, Richard Parker, Ken, it's not real. Explain what these lines reveal about Pi's state of mind at this point in the novel. 2 marks, asterisk asterisk. These lines reveal Pi's state of denial and emotional turmoil. Addressing Richard Parker, a tiger, as if it can respond, indicates his desperation and disorientation. His plea that the situation is not real reflects his inability to accept the tragic loss of his family and the harsh reality of his survival ordeal. 9.4 referred to line 1, he looked small and helpless. Discuss the irony of describing Richard Parker in this manner. 3 marks, ***. Describing Richard Parker, a powerful Bengal tiger, as a small and helpless is ironic because it contrasts sharply with his dangerous nature. The irony lies in Pi's perception, clouded by his own vulnerability and fear, projecting his feelings of helplessness onto the tiger. This underscores Pi's fragile mental state and the surreal nature of their shared predicament on the lifeboat. 9.5 referred to lines 17 to 18, in a few. I gone mad? If Richard Parker is his alter ego, explain why Pi almost immediately regrets inviting him aboard the lifeboat. 3 marks, ***. If Richard Parker represents Pi's primal, survival-driven alter ego, Pi regrets inviting him aboard because it means embracing his own savage instincts. This realization frightens him, as it suggests a loss of his civilized self and moral compass, leading to an internal conflict about whether he can control this darker side to survive. 9.6 referred to lines 11 to 12, what is the purpose of reason, Richard Parker? Discuss the role that reason plays in Pi's life. 3 marks, ***. Reason is central to Pi's survival, as it enables him to devise practical strategies, like taming Richard Parker and managing resources. However, in this moment, Pi questions reason's ability to provide meaning in the face of existential despair. Throughout the novel, reason complements his faith, helping him navigate physical and psychological challenges while seeking purpose in his suffering. 9.7 What has led to Pi's having to tell the story of his mother's murder? 2 marks, ***. Pi recounts the story of his mother's murder in chapter 99 when interrogated by the shipping company officials, who doubt his fantastical tale involving animals. To make his story more believable, Pi offers a darker, human-based version where the French cook kills his mother, revealing the traumatic truth beneath his allegorical narrative. 9.8 Explain how the prevailing mood is conveyed in this extract. 2 marks, ***. The prevailing mood in extract D is one of horror and despair, conveyed through vivid, brutal imagery like the knife appeared, it was red, and I stabbed him repeatedly. The short, fragmented sentences and graphic descriptions of violence intensify the sense of trauma and moral conflict, reflecting Pi's anguish. 9.9 referred to lines 7 to 8, he caught a turtle, bench. I ate. Comment on the significance of the French cook's actions in these lines. 3 marks, ***. The French cook's actions, providing Pi with turtle blood and meat, signify a temporary truce after the violent murder of Pi's mother. This act of sharing sustenance highlights the cook's complex character, capable of both cruelty and pragmatic cooperation, and underscores Pi's dependence on him for survival, deepening the moral ambiguity of their relationship. 9.10 referred to lines 19 to 20, he was such an evil man. Worse still, he met evil in me, selfishness, anger, ruthlessness. I must live with that. Critically discuss how Pi's comment is crucial to understanding the impact that his ordeal had on him. 3 marks, ***. Pi's admission reveals the profound psychological toll of his ordeal, as he confronts his capacity for evil, selfishness, anger, and ruthlessness, mirrored in the cook's actions. This self-awareness marks a loss of innocence, forcing Pi to grapple with guilt and the moral cost of survival. It underscores the novel's theme that extreme circumstances can awaken darker human instincts, shaping Pi's understanding of himself and his resilience.